57. We're rocking and rolling, brand new week, hottest show on the streets, talking Bama football news. In my own words, George Truman, Stephen Smith of TDA. Happy to have you guys checking us out here on a Monday. Bringing you the show from the Magic City of Birmingham. We stream this to you on YouTube, and speaking of a channel, go ahead right now if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button. Smash subscribe right now. Get every friend, every family member, every diehard Bama fan, casual Bama fan, consumer of Tide football to subscribe as well, because if you are feeling the content, they will also. Don't forget to like the show. Tap the like button. Hit that like button. Give us that thumbs up right there. Raise those like levels up. Trying to get this 50 likes out the gate to start the show. Also, daily Super Chat go $100 daily. Super Chat go $100 right there. All donations welcome and appreciated. Be sure to turn on that notification bell so that way you miss no updates. You get all of your updates here talking Bama football. Well, we got a great one for you this evening. We want to hear from you. Be outstanding fans of Tide football. You can do this by calling 205-448-1358, the number to call in. Let your voice be heard on the show, 205-448-1358. And one more time, 205-448-1358. Want to hear from you. But we open up the show, Eli, with Coach Saban has put pen to paper. The University of Alabama has made it official, announcing 3 new coaches to the staff. Took place today. Saban has made the hires official. He's ready for these guys to get to work here in terms of spring ball. And the hires I'm referring to, Tommy Rees, Kevin Steele, and Austin Armstrong. They're all here. Pen to paper for all 3. Austin Armstrong, former defensive coordinator, inside linebackers coach at Southern Miss, is in Tuscaloosa to coach inside linebackers. Tommy Rees, the 30-year-old, after 6 years at Notre Dame as the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, he is now at Alabama as the OC and QB coach. And pen to paper for one, Kevin Steele, who's got a footprint in the SEC at LSU, Tennessee, and Alabama. Now back at Alabama as the defensive coordinator. So Coach Saban has gotten pen to paper on all 3 of these guys. Announcement came today via press release from the University of Alabama. So starting things off here with one, Tommy Rees. I mean, he's excited to bring some creativity and a lot of creativity to Alabama's offense. Creativity and balance. He's going to want to run the football. We've talked about it upon the initial announcement that it was him as the OC to replace Bill O'Brien. Quite naturally, people were up in arms. People were concerned. But after taking a step back, really looking into this hire, more and more people are saying, you know what? This is exactly what Coach Saban in Alabama needs. A young guy who will adjust on the fly, who will make changes, who will make alterations, who wants to get back to being, powerful in the trenches, running the football, and building off of that with the play-action pass game, doing a lot of those double tight end sets, 12 personnel, and what have you. So there's Tommy Rees. And, of course, with him being this young, Alabama could have him for a while before somebody tries to poach him off of the coaching staff. So there's Tommy Rees. When you look at Kevin Steele, he is looking to bring the dominance back to the Alabama defense. He's looking to bring the toughness, the physicality, the intensity, the energy, the see ball, get ball, that type of ordeal. Kevin Steele looking forward to bringing that back to Tuscaloosa. Started off his career at Alabama in terms of defensive coordinator in 2007. 2008, he was an inside linebackers coach. 2013, he was a director of player development. 2014, he was an inside linebackers coach. Bounced all over the SEC. He's got so many years of experience running defenses, so now he is back as the defensive coordinator for your Crimson Tide, pen to paper on Kevin Steele. And if nothing else, Bama's going to be disciplined. They're going to be disciplined. Got a whole bunch of foolish penalties. They're going to be disciplined under Kevin Steele. See ball, get ball. Tackling will be better. Discipline will be better. Energy and effort will be better. Tough love. All right, tough love from Kevin Steele, which brings us to Austin Armstrong coming over from Southern Miss. I think he's going to do great with the inside linebackers. I think he's going to be ready to have that unit flying around the football, shooting gaps, making hits, making big-time plays. During his time with the Golden Eagles, he helped a lot of their guys at that inside linebacker position put up big numbers, have massive success in turning that defense around. So, Coach Saban, excited about the 3 hires. Pen has been put to paper for Reese, Steele, and Austin Armstrong. Now we can turn our attention to spring football and what will take place in spring practice and the A-Day game. But we take our first break here on the show. Don't touch that dial, folks. We're just getting you started. Upon our return, we go to the phone lines. We grab your calls, your thoughts, your conversations. We get to a dialogue with you, the Bama fans, after this.
9 players have teamed up and released the Alabama Team Paper, which is a video yearbook they've put out for sale direct to fans. Now, for the first time, small dollar purchases from the fans can support the players as a group as well as a great cause, because $1 of every subscription payment is donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Be a 5-star fan base and support your team and a great cause with Team Paper. Check it out at teampaper.com/Alabama.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
All right, people, we're back to the action from the break, rocking and rolling here on a Monday. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Continue hitting that like button, giving us that thumbs up on the show, raising those like levels up. Also, hit that subscribe button. Be sure to drop that donation right there. All donations welcome and appreciated. Super Chat Go, $100 there daily. Super Chat Go, $100 right there. We appreciate all of you. But we go to the phone lines to grab your calls. The call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. Number to call in. Let your voice be made known, 205-448-1358. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Stephen, it's Manic Monday. What's happening on Monday in Birmingham? Lay some good news on me.
Well, Waylon, the president, my man, it's official. Coach Saban has put pen to paper on Tommy Reese as the offensive coordinator, Kevin Steele as the defensive coordinator, and Austin Armstrong as the inside linebackers coach. All the contracts have been signed. Every I has been dotted. T's have been crossed. So those 3 men are officially now Bama coaches.
They are officially there. They are on campus, son. They're ready to bust some heads. Ain't no doubt about it. Bama basketball, number 1 today, Stephen. We're number 1 again. What do you think about it?
Very, very proud of what Nate Oates has done. And this team, Waylon, you're getting it from everybody. You're getting it from Brandon Miller. You're getting it from Noah Clowney. You're getting it from Charles Bediako. You're getting it from Rylan Griffin. You're getting it from Mark Sears. You're getting it from Javon Quinterly. On any given night, any one of these guys could explode and have a big-time game. And against Auburn over the weekend, Bama had some struggles there. The 3-ball not necessarily falling early. Brandon Miller, not his best game, but, guys found a way. They played with energy. They played with effort. They turned it on late. and you leave Auburn there with the win on the road. Big job there from Nate Oates and this team.
Big job. Next stop, I guess, is Tennessee on Wednesday night there. But, these Phillies fans are calling for the defensive coordinator's head there. Well, if I'm not mistaken, you may know this. I think this is right. Isn't Matt Burke the defensive line coach for the Philadelphia Phillies? Isn't that right? The Eagles, I'm sorry. Isn't he the defensive line coach?
Yes, he is the D-line coach, yes.
Well, I don't know. I'm not a coach, but they looked awful sluggish a little bit last night. I don't know. Maybe there's a few positions lacking there. I don't know. But they're talking about, the NFC East, the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Washington. I don't know. The Eagles may be back. I was rooting for the Eagles. I sort of like the guy I was last night, the black dude that busted his TV off the wall. And I was a little upset. You see that guy bust that TV up? Did you feel that bad, Steven?
I didn't feel that bad, Wagon. Of course, I was disappointed because I wanted Jalen Hurts to get that. I really did. But at the same time, I didn't go breaking TVs. Now, that was not my MO.
No, not mine either. But anyway, it's Monday night. Y'all, everybody on here in the Blue Ridge Gang, y'all make this show the hottest show on the street, the hottest show on YouTube, the hottest show in the world. I'll tell you what, y'all do a great job this Monday night. Everybody in here at 181, we love all y'all. Y'all be safe. We'll be back maybe, I don't know. We got some things to do this week, hopefully, maybe by the end of the week, not sometimes next week. We love all y'all. Y'all be safe. The Eagles done a great job last night. Jalen Hurts ain't got nothing to be, ashamed of. I hate to see a ball game wind up at the end on a referee's call with a little bit of shirt tug there. I don't know. I'm going to say that wasn't a whole lot. It shouldn't have been called, but people are going to disagree and agree with me on that. But anyway, I love all y'all. Y'all be safe. We'll be back next week sometime. Bye-bye, everyone.
Appreciate the President Waylon calling in. Eli, I didn't ask you. Did you break a TV after the loss by the Eagles? Did you break a TV? No? Okay, I didn't break a TV. Did I feel like breaking a TV? Maybe, possibly. Did I break a TV? No. But we're going to take this call. You're live on the show. It's happening. How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Steve, what's up with you, man? This is Jay from Florence.
Jay, what's up, man?
Man, we need to talk about them lines of scrimmage, man. I'm excited, man. And I think this is going to be the last go-around for old Freddie Roach if he don't get it right.
I see it, Jay, 100%. This is a big year, not for just the defensive line, but you're right, the offensive line, too. I want to see both lines of scrimmage, Freddie Roach's side and Eric Wolford's side. Eric Wolford, because he recruited all of these offensive linemen. So now we're going to see how good of a coach is he for real with these guys he's recruited. And on Freddie Roach's end, getting back to having them nasty dogs up front defensively. Can you pull it out of them? You got Jaheim Otis, absolutely, he a dog, but the guys around Jaheim Otis, can you pull it out of those guys?
Man, Steve, with the names on paper, it just seems like on the D line we should be 12D.
It seems that way.
What's going on?
It seems like it should be that way when you pull out, Jamil Burrows, a former 4-star, Tim Smith, a former 4 or 5-star, Damon Payne, a former 5-star. Tim Kenyon III, a former 4-star. There's a list of names you can go down. It should be, hey, put them on the field and let them eat. it should be that simple.
It should be, Steven. I'm glad we got Kevin Steele in here because he like I say, I'm a football nerd, Steve. And this old YouTube is pretty powerful, guys. You can go on here and you can go look at what Kevin Steele did at these other schools and things. And that man real versatile, man. Me and you, Steve, we called in. I called in, talked to you plenty of times and said, dang, can we just see Marco Hellens in the box one time? Yeah,
right.
Well, now we got a coordinator that don't mind running this 4-2-5 with 6 or 7 DBs and having 2 safeties in there for middle linebackers, and then you won't get outran by Jaden Daniels or whatever. But that's last year, Steve. I'm still salty. I ain't gonna lie.
Jay. Everybody is, Jay. We all are. We can't help it. We all are. We cannot help it, especially when you look at the brother that is heading to the draft, and you look at Bryce Young, and you go, Bryce, we sorry, man. We sorry how you were a starting quarterback, Bryce, 2 years, and you leave without a national championship as a starter. Like Bryce, that's on us, Bryce. That one's on us.
And because of nothing he did, all because of play calling. All because of play calling, bro.
That's what makes it so sad. Like, Bryce Young did everything he could, and it was all because of the play calling and the guys that did not want to have the effort that Bryce walks away with no championship as a starter.
Man, I got a NFL pick out there. I don't think nobody gonna go with it. I got Brian Branch going 10th pick to the Eagles, guys.
Hey now, Jack, I like that.
You know, something off the wall, but man, Roll Tide, we need to get back to dominating this line of scrimmage both ways. A little twisting and stunting out of Freddie Roach's group, man. Let's get the big boys on the move, because you know, Otis, man, Seattle went back and watched a couple games, man. I'm watching, I'm like, goodness, every snap that man reset the line of scrimmage. Man, Steve, I'm finna have somebody coming off of his butt and sir, make the play. But I don't know, man. Roll Tide. I guess I'm getting too deep into football, y'all. Roll Tide.
Appreciate Jay from Florence calling in. You need that. We need to have folks deep into football, because both lines of scrimmage is going to be pivotal this spring. The offensive line with Eric Wolford, we got to have this offensive line back mashing and mauling people. Pancake blocks. Got to get back to that. I can go for a pancake right now, honestly. No, that's just my hunger kicking in. Forget that. I passed that. But defensively, twist stunts, turn stunts, inside moves, getting to the quarterback, running back, all that stuff. Need both lines of scrimmage playing big ball. But call topic right here, Eli, going back to the broken TVs, which none of us had. But Jalen Hurts, man, I mean, what a game. What a game by Jalen Hurts. And the sad part was, Eli, he found himself in an all too familiar situation. Jalen Hurts' freshman year in Alabama. The national championship against Clemson in Tampa, Florida. Jalen Hurts walks off the field after he gave Bama a 31-28 lead. And as insanely great as that 2016 defense was, couldn't get 1 3-and-out of Deshaun Watson. And you lose 31-35. Years later, Jalen Hurts in the NFL, year 3, second year as a starter, against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Chiefs are up 33-27 fourth quarter. Everybody's been saying, if Jalen Hurts don't have a lead, if you make him throw the football, he can't do it. He can't pass it. He can't do it. Jalen took him down the field, throwing the ball now. Put it in the end zone. Got the 2-point conversion. The score is tied at 35. All the Eagles need is one stop of Patrick Mahomes. And Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham and Hassan Reddick and those dudes couldn't get one stop with Mahomes. And the Eagles lose 35-38. On a night where Jalen Hurts set a Super Bowl record for quarterbacks, 3 rushing touchdowns. On a night where Jalen Hurts tied the Super Bowl record for rushing touchdowns, period, by any player, with 3, joining former Bronco Terrell Davis. On a night where Jalen Hurts had 304 passing yards, 70 rushing yards, 4 total touchdowns, did everything out there. And the defense of Philly just, they couldn't get 1 3-and-out of Mahomes, boy. You couldn't get 1 3-and-out of Mahomes? Jalen will be back. He's young. 24 years old. He'll be back. He'll be back. I'm feeling. This will sting. This will sting for a minute. It'll sting. Yeah. He'll be back. We'll take another break here, folks, on the show. I'll touch that down. When we get back, we get into a position group not named quarterback that I'm the most excited to look at for Bama this spring practice. We'll get into it after this.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
This is Matt Caddell, former Alabama wide receiver, and you're listening to In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith with Touchdown Alabama Magazine. And I got 2 words to say, baby. Roll Tide.
All right, folks, we're rocking and rolling in here to the action from the break on the hottest show on these streets. Talking your Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA on the eve of Valentine's Day. So, all the couples out there, dating couples, married couples, enjoy that Valentine's Day tomorrow. Love every day. Love every day. But primarily because tomorrow's Valentine's Day. All the couples out there, do tomorrow the best justice that you can do it. Continue to hit that like button, though. Tap that like button, hit that subscribe button. All donations welcome and appreciated right here. That daily Super Chat Go, $100 daily. Super Chat Go, $100 right there. We appreciate you guys. But Eli, now we get into the positional group that, aside from quarterback, because everybody's going to be talking quarterback from now until the cows come home. Everybody's going to be talking about Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson and which one's going to win, and who fits the system better, and who can Tommy Reese work the best with? Jalen Milroe, Ty Simpson. You're going to have some folks that's going to throw in, hey, what about Dylan Larnagin and Eli Holstein? They're in here too. The quarterback position is going to get all the pub, all the publicity that it needs to get. Rightfully so. But aside from QB, the position group I'm most excited to watch here on the field spring practice, defensive secondary. Boy, I'm ready to watch these DBs. Oh, yeah. Tavares Robinson, coaching corners, Nick Saban. Looking forward to see how these DBs look. This Alabama secondary going to be very intriguing to me, especially with Jordan Battle gone, DeMarco Hellams gone, Eli Ricks gone, Brian Branch gone. How is this secondary going to look? Starters, the good news is you got Kool-Aid McKinstry back. Returns for his 3rd season. And Kool-Aid this past year, he stepped up. 15 pass breakups. Nobody really wanted to test him. The latter portion of the 2022 season. Made quite a few All-America teams. So Kool-Aid's back. Now, what's going to be interesting is, who's the other corner? Who replaces Eli Ricks? You got Terrion Arnold, Earl Little Jr. They'll be kind of battling that thing out there. Now, naturally, I think Saban would start off with Arnold in that spot because he's got experience. But Earl Little, that guy is right there. Father played in the NFL. High school coach Patrick Surtain Sr. an American heritage down there in Florida. Keep your eyes on Earl Little also, but he and Terrion Arnold will kind of battle for that second corner spot. And then you have other DBs that are in the room, competing here. When you look at Malachi Moore, will he be a safety? Will he play at star? That's going to be interesting right there. You look at guys like Devontae Smith, and you look at Christian Story, a guy that could be a strong safety. Could he finally break through there? You look at guys like Traquan Fagans. Look at guys like Antonio Kite. Another guy that could possibly play corner, Antonio Kite. Play corner, he can play star, maybe he can play money. Kite's very diverse. You got Jake Pope, young man from Buford High School, who is a very former 4-star prospect. He'll factor in here. You got Caleb Downs, 5-star out of Georgia. He'll factor in here. You got guys like, Jaleel Hurley. You've got Tony Mitchell. You got Brayson Hubbard. You got Desmond Ricks. A lot of guys are going to factor in the secondary. But at the end of the day, who takes hold on all of these positions, right? I mean, who takes hold on all of these? Got a lot of talent, but who takes hold on these starting spots? Last couple of seasons, the secondary been hit or miss, right? Especially the safety row, been hit or miss. So Bama can get the safety position right. Whether it's Malachi and Christian Story, whether it's Malachi, Caleb Downs, whether it's I don't care which two you go with. Get the safety position right. The good news is you have a knockdown guy in Kool-Aid McKinstry to return as one of the corners. You get the safety position right. You lock down the other corner. You get your sub package guys in there, and you roll with that. But this defensive secondary, this is what my eyes will be on. And for goodness sake, get guys on the field that can run, got speed. Going back to that Tennessee game, ain't no way in the world Jalen Hurts should have gotten by everybody for 5 touchdowns. There ain't no way. Get some speed on the field. To open the year in 2022 against Texas, you had Xavier Worthy running by everybody. Now, granted, Xavier Worthy's a big play receiver. I ain't taking nothing away from that, brother. That guy's just good. But for Alabama secondary, got to have some speed on the field to run with these. Play the football, yes. Have great technique, absolutely. Got to have speed on the field. Combat these 4-2 and 4-3 wide receivers out here. Goodness. College football. But that's the position group that my eyes will be on aside from quarterback. I want to see how does this defensive secondary shape up here. Spring football for your Crimson Tide. We'll take another break now. Michelle, touch that dial, folks. When we get back, we return to the phone lines. We grab your calls. We get your thoughts. We get your conversations. Aside from quarterback, what position group has your attention the most for spring practice? We'll discuss after this.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today. Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
All right, people, we're back into the action from the break, talking your Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Happy to be here with you guys on a Monday after the Super Bowl, eve of Valentine's Day. Shout out to Michael Waters with that $19.99 in the Super Chats. Michael Waters helping us out here on the show. Daily Super Chat go $100. Daily Super Chat go $100 right there. We appreciate you guys. Right now, we go to the phone lines to grab your calls. The call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. Number to call in. Let your voice be heard, 205 448-1358. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
What's going on, Steve? Elijah from Jersey, man. How you feeling?
Man, doing okay, man. Doing good, man. I mean, wanting to see Jalen Hurts take home that Super Bowl. Did everything he could. Just the Eagles' defense just couldn't stop Mahomes.
Yeah, they came up a little short. I kind of thought that they would be able to contain them a little bit more, especially with the big-time defensive tackles, the pass rush they had, with Reddick out there collapsing the pocket. But they wasn't able to control them, man. They wasn't able to rattle them like I thought they would be. But, you know, it was a good game all in all. But, you know, over the years, you hear about Coach Saban and the coaching job he's done, and how every year with new coordinators, new coaches, you know, he has to step up his game even more to bring those guys along, you know, for the Alabama standard and things like that. But I think this year, Reese, Saban, you know, they got their work cut out for them. And the reason why I say it is because even though, you know, last year's team, they had few pieces and things like that, you know, were going to be new to the nucleus, you know, especially on the offensive side of the ball. This year, you're missing your main ingredient. And, you know, with Milroe coming in there, Milroe doesn't have a ton of experience. Milroe doesn't have the fundamentals. He's a great athlete. You know, I always say that. The kid is a phenomenal athlete, but you need to be more than that to be a quarterback, you know. And last year, just looking at the games with Arkansas and things like that, Steve, you know, his mechanics were off. And at least Bill O'Brien had Bryce Young, the main ingredient that he could build around when Bryce Young came back. This year, that's going to be tough, man, with him missing the main ingredient to build around, because I honestly feel like if Alabama wants to put the ball down the field, from what we just saw, not what we feel and we assume, but what we saw on tape last year with this young man throwing the ball, you have a lot of growing to do with that, Steve. You know what I mean? Offensive line, I think, should be pretty solid and things like that. We still haven't really found our breakout receivers. See, Steve, we're used to seeing guys like Williams and then flying down the field, getting open. Last year, we had a problem with guys getting separation, you know, and those makes the throws harder for a guy even like Bryce Young when guys aren't getting that separation on the wide receiver end. So imagine we got a quarterback that's not quite as accurate as a Bryce Young, and these receivers don't get that separation. That makes his job 10 times harder, you know. But like I said, man, that's what these guys get paid the big bucks for. I just feel Coach Saban and especially Reese, they're going to have their work cut out for him. I mean, with them, especially not having that quarterback position cemented and you know, these guys having to try out. And to me, you know, I don't know who to go with, Steve, as far as the quarterback spot. But like I said, that's what them guys get paid the big bucks to work that out, man. But thanks for taking my call, bro.
Absolutely, Elijah from Jersey calling in, and that's correct. I mean, that's why Coach Saban gets paid the big bucks. That's why you bring in a Tommy Reese from Notre Dame to see, I mean, how good is he? At 30 years old, how good is he in terms of, can he take a Jalen Milroe or can he take a Ty Simpson, both guys wildly talented, or can he take either one of these two and make something special in that quarterback position from one of these two? I mean, losing Bryce Young, it's a lot because of what Bryce Young meant to the program, his skill set, his accuracy, his ability to just make things happen even if something's not even there. And you can't replace that. You can hope to have somebody that can step up and do a little bit of that, but absolutely you cannot replace that. So it's definitely going to be on. Tommy Rees is definitely going to be on. Coach Saban, also the offensive line with Eric Wolford, just finding different ways to maximize the strengths of a Jalen Milroe or maximize the strengths of a Ty Simpson. But we take this call here. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Roll Tide, roll, Stephen. Roll Tide, brother. What's happening?
Doing great, William. Doing fantastic. I can't complain here. Bama men's basketball, number one in the country. Nate Oates is doing his thing, and Coach Saban has got the three big hires. They're official now with Reese and Steele and Austin Armstrong, and would have loved to have seen Jalen Hurts walk off that field with that Vince Lombardi trophy, but apparently the Eagles defense said we can't stop Mahomes.
I feel sorry for Jalen there, but there'll be other times there. They'll get it all together, and we'll see what they can do. But you asked what I wanted to see this year. I was going to see if you know of any players that we've got or that possibly play, or the defensive coaches can get these guys to where they can affect the quarterback more, and to where they can just lay them out, and maybe come in off the edges and stuff. Do you know of anyone that we've got that you got off to do that?
Well, Bama's got some guys, some players that can do that off the top of my head. I mean, I look at Jaheim Otis, who as a freshman had a huge impact on the defensive line. It continues to make strides forward. So I look at Jaheim Otis. I look at Dallas Turner. He played his first 2 years with Will Anderson, but now it's his time. It's his time. It's his turn as an outside linebacker to make that name for himself. I look at him. I look at Chris Braswell, who will play on the opposite side of Dallas Turner at the other outside linebacker spot. I see those two. Another guy, especially if he can get on the field, Kendrick Blackshire from that inside linebacker position. I just think he could just tear people's faces off if he can get on the field. I know last year he had absorbed all of the playbook, but he sustained a broken hand and he missed some time. But now healthy, he's got all the knowledge of the playbook, and I think Kendrick Blackshire, just one thing about this young man, if he gets his hands on you, you're not going anywhere. So those are just a few guys off the top of my head that I look forward to seeing do some things. There are others, but the main thing about it is, William, is that this coaching staff, can they pull it out of these guys? Some guys have that mentality in them, and they need to pull it out of themselves, absolutely, as players. But coaches also, can they pull that mindset that I'm just going to lay the opposing player out? Can it pull it out of these guys? So my eyes will be on how motivating, how direct will this coaching staff be?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm looking to see. Anyway, you have a good night there. Roll Tide as always, Stephen.
Appreciate William calling in there from Iowa. Just so much to look forward to in spring practice. So much to look forward to in the spring games, much to look forward to in the upcoming season, especially for a program that wants to return to the college football playoff, get that national championship after seeing Georgia win it back-to-back years. But we take this call. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
What's up, Steven? It's your boy, Coach Smook, man. How you been?
Doing good, my brother, and yourself?
I've been doing good, man. I know everybody's been asking where I've been at, man. It's been busy up this way, but I'm back. And, man, it's good to see everybody in the chat. All the people running the comments up, running the likes up. We sitting at 100 likes already on the stream, man.
Let's go!
It's feeling good to be back, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, man. That's what I'm talking about. But, yeah, man, Steven, it's been I'm glad it didn't take long for all this stuff to develop in the off season, man. And that's one thing. I know we wanted answers right after our season was over, after the bowl game, but I think Coach Saban played this thing perfectly. And if we take a seat and we just sit back and look at it, how everything has came about and how it fits together, everything that we kind of been as some of the quote unquote football Bama analysts, or some of the, I guess you could, I don't say experts, but people that have a little bit more insight with the program. A lot of things that we've been saying is, we need a good mixture of staff, and you got that. You need the Kirby Smart and Georgia have proven that you need the old school style offense with new concepts, but you do need to be able to control the trenches, and that's why Georgia has been able to skid by so long for the past probably 3 years, because in the trenches they've been so dominant up front. And they've allowed their secondary to kind of develop throughout the year. And it's been very rare where you've seen Georgia's secondary be exposed because of how they control everything up front and are so disruptive up front. And if you think about it, that's why Alabama used to be so dominant. That's why LSU's defenses used to be so dominant by being dominant in the trenches. And I think we're getting back to that with Kevin Steele, getting back to some of the old school type scheming, allowing guys to use their strength in the pass rush and stop trying to make everything look so pretty. Sometimes you just gotta let guys beat the guy in front of them and go make plays. And when you got guys like Jaheim Otis and Jamil Burrows up front, and Boyd coming back, you got Smith coming back, you got some young guys and Perry and Latham. I think Latham's coming back again too. He started coming on last year. I mean, so many names in that defensive front room, in that defensive line room. And then you look at your outside linebacker room, it's just deep, full of talent. I mean, you have too much to work with to be wasting it on these soft coverage schemes and pass off combo coverages, cover two, one side, man on the other, where guys don't even know how to make the correct read so they can know whose assignment is what. Yeah, I think Kevin Steele is going to help us simplify things and allow guys to fly around and be physical, just like Auburn did against us while he was there. Those guys, their defense always played us physical. It was very few years while Kevin Steele was there where we just blew them out, and those years that we usually blew them out was years that we either were at home and they were dealing with injuries, or it was just one of those years where we just had the talent gap. So I feel like Kevin Steele, with a lot of talent on his defense, is going to be looked at as the next Kirby Smart under Saban, coming from under Saban, even though he does have the tenure and all that stuff. And then you look at the offensive side, you got Tommy Rees, man. Like, you want, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say. But when I get off, and only thing I disagree with what Elijah said before I got on was, this is one of those times where you don't have no confidence. He alluded, not necessarily those words, but you don't have a confidence in this transition because of the new coordinators and how everybody. But the thing is, I feel like this is perfect because most of the time when you have a new coordinator come in, you don't want a quarterback that's already been ground into a previous system to be taking the reins under a new offensive coordinator. You want somebody who has no expectations, who's kind of still trying to find their spot, and you want a coordinator who can go in and put light on the strengths and develop the weaknesses in the quarterback. And I feel like with Tommy Rees, you get that because he's a guy that knows how to use a athletic quarterback. Ian Book, prime example. The guy doesn't have a great arm, but under Tommy Rees, he was a contender. So I think we're not giving these hires enough credit. We're not giving the Tommy Rees hire enough credit. And I think that also Jalen Milroe will be that guy for us. So yeah, Stephen, that's just some light shade of where I'm at with how everything is going in the offseason. I'm glad that we still doing what we're doing, man, as Bama and being the program that's setting the standard. So again, thanks for taking the call, Stephen, and everybody. Y'all keep smashing them likes, man. Share it a couple times. And roll tide, everybody.
Appreciate Coach Smoke calling in here on a Monday. And I share the exact same sentiment because you think about this. A lot of us were asking Coach Saban the question, how long are we going to deal with Bill O'Brien and Pete Golding? How long? I mean, our long thing was, can Bill and Pete just go, right? That was our whole thing. Can Bill and Pete just go? Not only did Saban part ways from Bill and Pete, but he parted ways from both of them before their contracts were even up. Think about that. Like, O'Brien's contract doesn't end up until 2 more weeks from now. But he gone, he back in New England. And then Golding's contract doesn't end till next year. We lifted that over there to Ole Miss and put that on Lane Kiffin. And so not only did Saban part ways from Bill and Pete before their contracts were up, but he quickly was able to make work and get the coordinators signed, brought in, put pen to paper before spring ball started. And if you look at this contextually, both hires, in my opinion, good hires. Now, are they top of the line names? No. But at the same time, you can win with them. And you can win championships with them. Gotta shout out Coach Smoke with that $20 donation. The Super Chats dropping the love in there. Appreciate him. We got Crimson Glory with that $9.99 in the Super Chats. Appreciate Crimson Glory. But how about Dale B with that $10 donation? Appreciate that coming from Dale B. That daily Super Chat go $100. $100 there, daily Super Chat go. Appreciate you guys. Cool call topic, and one that I know Eli will enjoy. How about Bama men's basketball? How about Nate Oates, Brandon Miller, Antoine Petway, and the rest of the gang? Bama men's basketball, #1 in the country. #1. I've been waiting for this moment. Mr. Mark Godfrey there. Okay? I've been waiting on this moment for a long time. Okay, Eli? I was watching Bama men's basketball with my man Petway had on the ruby red shoes, okay? I've been waiting on this for a while. Okay? I've been waiting for a long time. Okay? I sat through the Anthony Grant era. That was rough a little bit. I sat through the Avery Johnson era. That was okay. But Nate Oates, man, telling you, worth every penny, worth the price of admission. I mean, against Auburn over the weekend, the shots weren't falling initially for Brandon Miller and company, but the mental toughness. This team has a lot of grit. This team has a lot of mental toughness, and they found a way. They were down by as many as, 10? And they found a way to come back and beat Auburn in that game. I mean, Rylan Griffin, that freshman's an assassin. Him, Jayden Bradley, Charles Bediako, Quinterly, Burnett. I mean, these kids can play. These dudes can play. They all can. And they all can beat you at any given moment. Like at any moment, any of these guys can go off. That's just the beauty of it, right? So, Bama men's basketball, #1 in the country. Eli, the more I watch this team, and I'm not trying to jinx nothing. I'm really not. Knocking on wood here. Really not. But the more I watch this team, I'm thinking, can it get to the Final Four? Could it win the NCAA tournament? I'm just saying, could it? Could it really? Man. Nate Oates has got some going there. Shout out to Donnie Chappelle with that $19.99 in the Super Chats. Donnie Chappelle, we appreciate that. How about Eddie Good Time Rhodes? Eddie Rhodes with that $20 donation. We've hit the daily Super Chat goal of $100. Appreciate you guys. Incredible Bama fans helping us out. Reaching that goal right there. We take our final break here, folks, in the show and touch that dial. When we get back, we get into our discussion. It is time for the Eagles. Pay Hurts the money. He's outperformed the rookie deal. Why should they pay him the money? We'll talk about it after this.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide. Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, folks, we appreciate all of you as we're back rocking and rolling from the break to the action. On the hottest show on the streets, talking your Bama football news in my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Gotta show some love to Ty Alexander with that $4.99 in the Super Chats. Appreciate Ty Alexander dropping in that donation right there. And begin our discussion topic, which is very simple. Time for Philadelphia. It's time for Howie Roseman, Jeff Lurie, pay Jalen Hurts the money. Show him the money now. Because, you got to lock up your quarterback. In today's NFL, what's the saying now? If you don't have a quarterback, you're not going to win. Got to have a quarterback now. And for the Eagles, you drafted Jalen Hurts in the second round of 2020. People didn't believe he would get to where he has gotten to. He has proven everybody wrong immensely. And think about this. The trajectory of Jalen Hurts is very similar to the trajectory of Patrick Mahomes. Let me explain. Mahomes was drafted in the first round in 2017 out of Texas Tech to Kansas City, number 10 overall. Andy Reid set Patrick Mahomes behind Alex Smith his first year. After trading Alex Smith to Washington, Mahomes becomes the starter in 2018. Took the team to the playoffs, made strides there. By his third year, 2019, second year as a starter, Mahomes, I believe, won the MVP, had 50 touchdowns, and won the Super Bowl by his third year. Prior to entering his fourth year, which was 2020, the Chiefs broke the Brinks truck for Mahomes. He signed and this is before his rookie deal was up. Mahomes signed a 10-year deal worth $477 million, which also included $26 million of potential bonuses, which brought the whole total to $503 million, $500 million. And have folks breaking their neck going, what in the Sam Hill? $500 million? How old is he? How he getting that $500 million? It was only just a couple of years ago this happened to Patty Mahomes, right? This happened to him. You look at Jalen Hurts. It's on the same trajectory. Think about this now. Jalen Hurts got drafted second round, not first round. Second round, 2020, by the Eagles. That behind Carson Wentz his first year. The Eagles let Carson Wentz walk. Jalen Hurts, year two, first year as a starter, 2021. He took steps forward. His third year, second year as a starter, this past season right here, took Philadelphia to the Super Bowl. Mahomes, year three, he took KC to the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts is year three. He takes Philly to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying it's on that same trajectory right there. Nick Sirianni, head coach of the Eagles, has been adamant about, we got to sign Jalen Hurts to a long-term deal. right? Jalen Hurts on his rookie deal would be set to make, $4 million next season? $4 million. If I'm the Eagles, after what I saw from Hurts this year, finalist for NFL MVP, finalist for AP Offensive Player of the Year, set franchise records this season, finished in the top 10 in quite a few major categories for quarterbacks. I think he only had 6 interceptions all year. Protected the football for the most part. And got you to the Super Bowl. Got you right where you needed to be. Played his heart out. Did everything he could to win that game. He's young, and if you're Philly, you're only going to get better. If I'm Howie Roseman, Jeff Lurie, pay the money. Pay it. Today's NFL, you got to have a quarterback. Jalen Hurts showed us on the biggest stage. He's him. He showed it. Everybody was saying, well, Philly doesn't have a lead. Jalen can't bring you back. He can't bring you back. He can only play with the lead. But you're down 27. You're down 33-27. With 35-27. You're down. Jalen gives you a touchdown. Gives you a 2-point conversion. Ties the game at 35. Late fourth quarter. If the Eagles get a stop of Mahomes and Jalen Hurts got that ball back one more time, I think the Eagles would have won the game. Period. I think Philly would have won the game. If I'm Jeff Lurie, if I'm Howie Roseman, and that Eagles brass, pop open the checkbook, hand Jalen Hurts a blank check, let him write whatever numerical number he want to put on there, pay the money. All I got to say right there. As always, folks, you want the best in news, notes, information, and coverage here on your favorite program, that being the Crimson Tide. You can get this by accessing the Touchdown Alabama Magazine app. Now, you download the app, the iPhone App Store if you're rocking Team Apple, Google Play Store if you got the Android phone for your audio needs. Check us out, iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, or iHeartRadio. We got you covered right there. The good and gracious Lord sees fit. I'll try to return on Wednesday, continuing the conversation that is Bama football. Remember, Tide fans, you can purchase individual copies of Touchdown Alabama magazine. Have those sent to your door. That link found in the description. If you're trying to get your hands on the fresh edition, print edition of TDA the magazine, here's what you do. You go to touchdowналabama.com. You click join, become a member and or a subscriber today. That link in the description as well. Gotta shout out you guys, the outstanding fans of Bama football. We hit the like goal. We hit the super chat goal. We hit every goal, and you made this your space. Talk your Crimson Tide. We definitely appreciate that. Shouting out my man Eli Walker in the production studio. And in that business behind the scenes. And till next time, folks, husbands, love your wives. Wives appreciate, value those husbands. Children continue doing the right thing, fun thing, good thing, smart thing, legitimate thing to not be bored there. Get you those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself, protect the loved ones around you. Till next time, folks, I'm your man, Stephen M. Smith, and you've been listening. In my own words.